Hello everybody and welcome to my first HTML tutorial. So today we're going to go through how to make a basic web page that consists mainly of text to begin with, and in future videos we'll begin exploring colour and shapes, images, etc. So today we just got to look at this basic page that we've got here. This is usually considered what they call a hello world, just a little give it a go and see what you can get to appear on the screen kind of thing. So we're going to go through how to make this basic page. Now it consists of this code, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through it step by step, how you make this code and what it does. So the first thing you want to do is open your text editor. It doesn't matter which one it is. It could be PS Pad, could be Notepad, Notepad++. The one I'm using at the moment is VS Code because it just highlights everything I want it to highlight. So to begin, you want a new file, and the first thing you want to do is save it onto your computer. Now I'm going to create a folder on my desktop called website, and in here is where we're going to put everything that our website's going to use, because then we can build on it throughout the tutorial series. So I'm going to call it index.html. What this is basically, think of it like a book. It has an index. You use it to find the pages. Well, when you load a website, your browser's going to look for the index and show that first, because from there you should be able to reach every other page the developer wants you to. Seems to make sense, and if you think of it like that, it just makes it a lot easier to get your head around. So here I am, I'm going to press save, and there I go. So from here, what I'm going to do is specify the doc type. Now what the doc type should do is allow us to say to our browser or our computer or whatever it is we're accessing the website from, but the document it is accessing is HTML. It just gives it something to go off, and it gives it a way of, well, identifying that it is HTML written, because you might have some files that are PHP, you might have some that are Ajax. At the end of it, it just makes it nice and easy for it to identify it to begin with. From there, we're going to open our HTML tag, and what I like about this software is it automatically closes it for us as well. But what that's going to do is this is going to be the section where all our HTML code goes. So if we have any scripts, anything that's going to go on our browser window, whether it's a script, styling, whether the user sees it or not, it has to go in between these two tags. From here, we're going to create a head. Now, if you remember my last video where I went through how HTML and CSS work, what they are, then you'll already know that the head does all the thinking, and that this is where you want to put the stuff that doesn't appear on the page. You know, things like the title, things like the style, scripting, any external references to files. So it could be CSS sheets, it could be JavaScript files, could be a PHP function that recognizes a database on load, all that kind of stuff. From here, what we do is we create a title, and I'm going to call this my first website. Now, it's not a website yet because it's only one page. Really speaking, it's a web page, but for the sake of argument, let's go along saying that it is in fact a website. From there, you want to go onto your desktop, and you want to find your folder. So here's mine. From here, you can run your index file, and what this should do is give you your page as it appears now. Quite simple, like this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to compare it to what it's going to look like at the end and what it's going to look like in the beginning. And what you'll notice is right there at the top, we have our title. Right there, look. There you have the title. My first website. What that is essentially is the name of our website. It is what it's essentially going to be called when the user uses the tab, when they go into the, I don't know, apps on their phone and they're on Chrome and they're flicking through the tabs, or when they look at the taskbar at the bottom. It's always going to be the title. Now, we're done with the head, we're going to move on to the body. This is what people are going to see when they come onto our webpage. So, I'm going to create a heading, and I'm going to use H1 for that. H1 is the biggest heading you can get in HTML unless you create your own custom headings. It's nice and easy to start off with. You get 6 on there at the beginning, H1 all the way through to 6. Each one is clearer than normal text, and most of them you'll find use bold or a bigger font or a mix of the two. So from here I'm going to say my first website. Few exclamation marks to make it exciting. And when I go onto my web page now, I will see this. It's not exactly lined up perfectly. Hang on a second. There we go. And what this will do is it will create the heading. My first website. Nice and clear. Now what we want to do is add a paragraph. And what a paragraph is going to allow us to do is add large bodies of text onto our page, the same as you see in a book, large bodies of paragraphs. And it's just a nice way of keeping it where it fits onto any website. If we have nothing but headings through our website, we're always going to have margins and padding that we don't need. It's going to be bigger than we need it to be, and it's just not going to look very nice, and it's not going to be very functional. A paragraph ensures that these big bodies of text work as they're meant to work. From here, I'm going to say, this is my first website, made with HTML. There we go. And I'm going to save it. From here, if I go back into my browser, you will see it's right there. Nice and easy, looks quite nice, does the job. It has our title, it has our heading, and it has our paragraph. And that creates the page that we had when we came on at the beginning. Granted, it's not word for word, but yeah. So, if you found that helpful, guys, please leave a comment in the comments, let me know what you thought. And if you have any ideas of anything else you would like to learn, please feel free to put that in the comments and I will make a video on that. Even if it's something advanced and specific, I don't mind going through it and making a video. If it's something you're interested in implementing, perhaps a website you've already got up to scratch. Aside from that, next week, or well, in my next video, which should be uploading next week, I will be going through how to add colour to your web page and how to lay it out a little nicer, giving a few things different colours and different fonts and little decorations and everything. So if that's something you're interested in, please flick into the next video. Thank you very much, and please feel free to like and subscribe.